Namaste, Gemini. My yearly forecasts are backed by popular demand. Everybody's been asking me for them. I hope that YouTube actually shows people that I uploaded them so that they can be watched, when they finally get there. Because I usually am not that good at promotion and stuff and going all over the place on social media and putting up that I put, notifying people that I put up a video. I really rely on YouTube, which very rarely actually does it, to do that for me. In any case, you've been asking for them. I'm here with them. I normally do them with what I call the hashtag creepy deck. Those of you that are familiar with my channel and those cards that I'm talking about, I, for the life of me, cannot find them. So I do apologize for that. I have the box here. I have the book, and I'm like, what the hell did I do with the cards? Did my guides hide them? Because remember, like nobody liked them, and especially in the beginning, my daughter was like, "What are those? Like, don't use those." And I had so many like really serious empaths that were watching my videos that could feel the funky energy from them too. They were like, "Yeah, don't use those. I agree with your daughter." So I'm wondering if maybe like my guides, the angels, just hid them. In any case, I'm using from two decks the major arcana, and then I have the remainder of the two decks here. If we need to clarify anything, I'm going to use these. So it's been working out well so far. For Gemini, I'm excited because I'm a Gemini myself. And with the major arcana, we're beginning with the Empress and the Emperor. So this can be about anniversaries, maybe among married people or soulmates, because I always say like soulmates, divine unions, twin flames. We're married already, even if not on this plane. Even if we're not speaking, we never met on this plane. If you're connected at the soul level to a mate, we have all different kinds of soulmates and several different, but if you're connected to one in terms of a lifelong mate or a forever mate, then you're married already. So there could be some sort of anniversary coming up. In fact, for me, the man that I was, or the masculine that, I was introduced to, that was at least the catalyst toward who and what Queen of Swords is. At this point, we got together when I used to be just Mariama, and I sort of became Queen of Swords with all this awakening, in which he was included. We do have an anniversary, January 4th. So, it could be something like that. I think this is about the duality too of Gemini. And duality, if you're not familiar with the term, our sign is known for it because it's the sign of the twin, and we're like seen as like two different people. So duality is about contrast, and like light versus dark, or light and dark simultaneously existing together, maybe harmoniously. I think in the case of the Empress and the Emperor, it's like growth and expansion at the same time as stillness and organization. Because fours are about foundations, so having something solid to sit on, and threes are about growth, movement, expansion, right? As is the Empress in general, and then as is the Emperor in general. He's about organization and logic and all that. So I definitely think that's it. It can be about, just the divine masculine and feminine energies coming together. It is like Venus and Mars, who are the divine masculine and feminine planets. Venus being the feminine or female planet of love, and Mars or Eris, right? Depending upon what maybe like mythology. If you're talking about Mars in terms of being a god, or Mars as a planet, is also, of course, the god and planet of love from the masculine perspective. So they are a pair. Venus also is one of our rulers. Venus is the esoteric ruler of the sign of Gemini. So that can be what this is about too. It's showing up for us, maybe particularly the feminine among us. Although I'd say for both, again, because we have that duality thing going. She also rules Libra, fellow air sign Libra, and Taurus. The Emperor is the ruler of the signs of Aries and Scorpio. I think of anything else to say about these, I will in a moment. Mother and father, it could be parents, our parents, or us as parents, or again, a married couple. If I have to do any clarification, I'm going to use these, beginning with the Knight of Pentacles, basically. He's trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. So it could be guidance for us to do that, to think like an earth sign, and before we just leap out there at something like air signs tend to do, particularly Gemini. It's like, we just take off and go. We could sit down and like draft stuff out first. I'm horrible at that. Like when I do my readings and things, a lot of people have notes and stuff. I've gotten where I can finally like take down notes with regard to what's going on in the celestial system, like the celestial calendar. But even if I would have visions and stuff, people come prepared. Everything I do is like off the top of my head. Even when I speak publicly and stuff, like in my normal, again, as Mariama, in my regular life, I might be doing some community activism or something, and I'll get in front of a TV camera or up to a podium or something, and whatever comes out of my mouth, good, bad, or indifferent, that's what it is. I'm so Gemini. This is telling us to not do that. This is saying don't do that. Plan out what your goals are, your dreams, and the projects that you're working on. And then take each step. And it may take you more time because, again, we rush at stuff. And this can be about slow and steady wins the race. So think of Gemini as the hare, and, these earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, as the tortoise. The tortoise won, right? Even though a hare is much faster, tortoise won. So it's telling us, you want to win in 2021, Gemini, go it this way. All right, be conscious of it. And this is what's waiting. King of Pentacles energy, and maybe an actual King of Pentacles. He is compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded. Everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible. And money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. Again, this is maybe if we make a detailed plan. And then when we make a decision, also to not be scattered and all over the place and in our heads and going over the scenario all different times and changing our mind. This is standing your ground. And if you do change your mind because you like consciously wanted to change it, and you're certainly not allowing any outside influences to change it for you. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground, but choose your battles wisely. Maybe with regard to a romantic situation or something, if not someone, in which you are in love, or that stirs you emotionally. You have some sort of emotional connection to. That's another thing that's not very Gemini, right? We're said to be cold, or sometimes people don't understand us. So they say, oh, they're very cold, they're very detached, they're very, as if we don't care about anything. Of course, everybody has feelings, but we are somewhat detached, emotionally. We're not overly emotional. But this is something that moves us, whatever this represents, this Knight of Cups. And it may be an actual person. Again, as a court card, it can definitely be an actual person. Maybe specifically a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Maybe the same Scorpio that is this Emperor. Actually, my own, the same gentleman, is indeed a Scorpio. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals. The need to balance emotions and an invitation to a social event. So, again, this is something that we're emotionally invested in. If it's not an actual person, the Knight of Cups is also often, for me, some sort of person who's returning to your life. Maybe you didn't have a romantic connection before. It could just be a friend or something, but they're returning to your life. And maybe this time around, there will be, in fact, it'll grow like the Empress. It will grow into a romantic connection. And picking up these cards again, the Empress and the Emperor, I noticed that the next card, while in reverse, it is Major Arcana card 9, the Hermit. So the Knight of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles, or both, may be specifically a Virgo or Virgos in your life. And whatever this movement is, I don't expect to get hurt by this emotional connection, because it's attached to a very positive, forward-moving energy. The Six of Swords. Things are looking up. It's the end of a difficult situation. You may even be taking a trip. Difficult situation, I'm going to say, is 2020, like as a whole. You know, we all ran into obstacles this year. And the Eight of Cups follows, also upright. You may feel that there's more to life than what you're living, so it's time to move on. I think, again, moving on from 2020 and those kind of energies, there's definitely more to look forward to, and to start anew and fresh and rebuild and all that kind of stuff. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy, or both. Again, that duality. They can exist simultaneously. Either way, though, you, Gemini, are in control. And once again, I think your emotions may be involved. We have the Queen of Cups also upright. She is compassionate, loving, giving, and psychic. This is also telling us to pay very close to our intuition, when we're in our instincts, when we're making whatever moves it is we're making, whatever decisions it is we're making. To not, again, rush to judgment, but to search our souls, our hearts, for what our decisions should be. This is the time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. Also, something could be going on with somebody's mother, not necessarily a water sign, but quite possibly, maybe most specifically, again, a Scorpio. The Queen of the suit of water most directly relates to the sign of Scorpio, which again, this Emperor also is. There's more upright cards. So yeah, again, these could have to do with our parents, perhaps. My own mother is a Scorpio, so I'm just to give you an example. I'm not going to, go too far into all of that. The Five of Pentacles for me, not necessarily about lack or loss. It's about perceived lack or loss, or fear of lack or loss, most of the time. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or to become self-employed. If you're feeling like this, you got to turn that around before you make a move. Okay, so attach that, include that in your plan. Some sort of self-care, maybe taking the Queen of Cups into consideration. You got to do some self-care, uplift yourself first before you try to take on any kind of plan like this, if you want the result to be this. Queen of Wands also up. This could also be several different characters that are going to be surrounding us and involved in our affairs over the coming year too. A water sign, some earth signs, fire sign. Confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings, and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Queen of Wands, a leader and very strong feminine energy. Possibly an Aries, like the Emperor, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And could be us, and that maybe this may be us as well, having just too much on our plate, always taking on everybody else's bullshit, everybody else's everything. I'll do it, or you're the person that everyone looks to. Can you help me with this? Can you drive me here? Can you do this? Can you lend me some money? Can you're the person, and it is maybe getting to you. So this is not going to be what we want to do in 2021, moving away from this kind of energy. Too much work, accept help from others. Okay, we need some balance next year. Life is out of balance, and that can cause stress-related health concerns. Ain't nobody got time for that. So now I'm just going to throw all these cards that we looked at already in here, just arbitrarily, wherever, even though it seems like I keep opening to the same cards over and over. I promise you it's actually random. And we'll cut these again. I'm doing this way out of order, Gemini. This is not how I did any of the other people's. As a matter of fact, I didn't even cut these in the other people's readings. I just pulled from the back. In the interest of time, I pulled from the back of their deck. After we looked at whatever was in the front. Okay. Well, I left off on the Queen of Wands. I threw her somewhere, and she's back here, left off. I guess she said, leave well enough alone. Again, this is about confidence and command, authority, very strong feminine authority. She is here with the Seven of Pentacles. So having put our share of effort into something, another 10 of Wands. You're working far too hard and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and to enjoy life. So not all work. We don't want to do all work and no play, making Jack a dull boy or Jill a dull girl in 2021, Gemini. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Those people that you're making time for may be thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. And a Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Or this can be representative of our job, our career path. And the Three of Pentacles also shows up to say that there's going to be reward for our work, for our efforts. This is about abundance that is earned. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. This is about collaborations. And sometimes from a romantic or friendship standpoint, meeting people at work, all those sorts of things. All right, so now getting into our 2021. I'm going to pull 2 cards. Ultimately, let's shuffle these up a little bit. This I have been doing for everybody. 2 cards for each month. The first is general, and the second is love. And again, if I have to pull any clarifiers, they'll come from those other cards that we just shuffled. There is 2 of each major arcana card here. So opportunities for them to repeat themselves, like they seem to be doing as I'm shuffling right now. Opportunities for them to come out together. Like, for example, 2 hermits. I've had that once so far. Twice so far I've had the Lovers fall in the love placement, which is pretty cool for 2 signs. Our overall energy is now Major Arcana card 5, the Hierophant. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organization. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Some of us may be going back to work or learning some sort of new skill. Again, starting a new career path, a new business, getting married, engaged, changing, making adjustments to the people, places, and things with which we surround ourselves, to people, places, and things that better match our vibration or have a vibration that is higher than our own, from which we can learn something. And we may be making adjustments to ideologies, maybe developing some new belief systems, and or letting some go. The Dreamer follows. This card actually in this deck represents us for me. It's always felt like the planet Mercury. When I pick it up, I say, oh, this feels like Mercury. Don't ask. But therefore, it also represents Gemini and Virgo for me. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. That leads to unexpected opportunities. I think we do start our first Mercury retrograde on the 30th of January. So maybe that has something to do with it. The next card's in reverse. It is Major Arcana card Strength. So here we go. I'm going to go around twice with 4 cards in each row. 1 for each month. This is our general energy that I'm putting down now. Hope it's all in frame. I don't know why I keep laying it this way instead of this way. Okay, and I'm going back around. Love. January. General energy is another Empress. Time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. So this is us trying to grow, trying to expand. This can be us trying to literally get pregnant in a very, real 3D sense, have a baby. This can be us actually giving birth, having a baby, starting a new business, starting a new relationship, using some sort of creative outlet of ours, turning a hobby maybe into a means of growing our abundance. Like, okay, I like to knit and it's cold out. Let me start making sweaters and selling them on the internet. Let me knit masks. The world still needs masks. Let me do that, and that's how you can grow something for yourself. Our love and relationship, womp womp, it is Major Arcana card 15, ego or the devil. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So from a positive standpoint, it could just be showing up with regard to a connection that we have with a fellow with an earth sign, maybe specifically a Capricorn, or this is something that is inhibiting us, that is holding us back from a love and relationship. So whether we're single and there's something going on in our own life, an obstacle or fear, or just the fact that we're staying in the house, or again, we got too much on our plate with the 2 tens of wands that showed up, whatever the thing, we're inhibited in some way, or if we're in a relationship or we're interested in someone who's in a relationship and there could be energy that is stuck there, or emotionally unavailable or physically unavailable at a distance from us because of the pandemic or something like that. So many different reasons, but overall, things looking very positive for us with the Empress showing up for our general energy. February. General is Major Arcana card 20, renewal or judgment. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and to make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. So judgment most directly represents the planet Pluto and the sign of Scorpio, which it rules. It is about second chances, abundance that is earned, very much like the Three of Pentacles, but stronger because it's Major Arcana. Revisiting relationships, realizing that we've come to some sort of crossroad, whether it's a familial relationship, it's friends, it's romantic, whatever, business, and deciding, okay, like, where do we go from here, if anywhere? And for some, we'll decide nowhere else. It's the end of the road. And for others, we're going to go all the way and we're going to keep it moving. So that's what this card is about. Love and relationship. It's sort of like another womp womp. It's Major Arcana card 18, the moon. And actually, there's a full moon on the 28th of January, if I remember correctly, in Leo. And that next card that we saw, where did I just see the Leo? Maybe that was before I shuffled. Remember, Strength was the next card, and it was in reverse. I don't know. I think that this may be some effects of the Leo full moon on our love life. Now, the moon in traditional tarot is a card of illusion and confusion, and it's falling right there in February in the month of Pisces, which it represents. The moon represents the sign of Pisces, so it could be about just a Pisces again that is significant, or the month of February and the time of Pisces while the sun is there being significant. But it's also, since it's showing up in our love and relationship, telling us to be very, very careful about presumptions and assumptions, especially in our relationships. We could easily end up in arguments, maybe say some things, do some things that we cannot reverse because we just presume something, or some illusion that we had, a dream that we had, a thought that we had. We automatically decide that's reality and are ready to go off on somebody. Be very careful of that. This also guides you to pay super close attention to your intuition and your instincts, and to follow those with regard to your love life. May cause you to, perhaps take a leap towards something. Again, somebody could be getting engaged. You could be saying, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Follow your heart, follow your gut. It might have something to do with the Hierophant here. And again, judgment can be about second chances, second time around. Maybe it's a relationship from your past. It's also about abundance that is earned. It could be the universe telling you that you're deserving and ready for love right now if they're connected. Before I go too far, let me pull another card in clarification of the devil. So when I do my clarifications, I like for the deck to be upright, and I like to pull the next upright card. So I won't use this or this. This is the card that's going to clarify the devil, and it is the Ace of Swords. Implementation of your brilliant new idea. Make it off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. So the Ace of Swords is clarifying the devil. And again, the devil is about something inhibiting you, holding you back. The Ace of Swords is about a fresh start that maybe came on the heels of difficulty. So that devil can definitely be the difficulty. There was challenge, there was obstacles, but I made it. So it's also a major card of victory in your life. It's a fresh start. Some truth may have come out or may come out, and that may spur what's going on, part of what's going on too. If it has to do specifically with an existing relationship, whether you're committed already or you're going to enter one, there may be something that you're cutting out of that relationship. There is something perhaps that is going to come to an end. We're never going to do this again. We're getting rid of this dynamic. That dynamic could be, again, maybe there's 3. We have the Empress also. So maybe there's some sort of party of 3. We're cutting one off. There's going to be 2, right? We're not revisiting the dynamic of 3 again. Maybe, it's about no longer being single. We're ending this being single, and we're going to enter, like a real commitment. That could be it as well. It often refers to something about a relationship that we are very consciously going to choose to put an end to. So something in your relationship is hurting you. That can be what the devil is about too. Some sort of codependency or abuse, addiction that's affecting you, or something in your relationship is hurting you. You're going to be very clear, again, effective in your communication about it, speaking some truth, bringing some truth out, and consciously putting an end to whatever that thing is. March. Wow. For our general energy, we have the High Priestess, which is very much our energy. And this is us being fully empowered. And in that energy, our instincts are serving us well. We are admired. We are, sort of worshipped, because people just don't get it that how is he or she exuding usually feminine energy. All of this just captivating energy, so mysterious, so intriguing. I must know more about this person. I'm so attracted to them. And so is the Empress. Empress is like that too. And both of them, again, totally reflective of our energy. So with Major Arcana card 2, often showing up in the tarot with the Roman numeral 2, just like the symbol of our zodiac sign, representative of the sign of Gemini. Sometimes in the tarot also of water signs. And the Empress, again, Gemini, Libra, Taurus. So both of these are totally our energy. It's time to pause. This is the time to pause and not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So we're coming off of the moon, where I said pay close attention to your intuition, your instincts, let them guide you. Any signs, synchronicities, okay, we're paying attention, sounds, things that we see, name recognition, number recognition, repeating, all of these things, dreams, that could definitely have come with the moon. Whether we're awake or we're asleep, maybe we're waking up, we just had a dream, we're writing it down before we forget it. That could be part of the planning that we're doing as an earth sign, or from that earth sign mentality. And with regard to our love life, we have the Empress yet again. So we just had one here in January. Here comes March. And this energy of being very attractive and sexy, and people wanting to be close to us, wanting to know us, wanting to be with us, wanting to love us, just all around. We may have our choice in suitor, or a particular suitor just really going out of their way. Or if we're single and there is no suitor, know that if you want one, it probably won't be difficult for you to find one. All you got to do is make yourself available, or avail yourself to the attention. Put yourself out there, and there is somebody interested in you. It's also a time, to get pregnant if you've been wanting to get pregnant. And some of us may be actually learning that we're pregnant, maybe because of after Valentine's Day or something. We're getting pregnant, we're learning that we're pregnant, or again, giving birth. April. General energy is the Emperor. How perfect is that, right? Major Arcana card 4 for the 4th month, April. That's when Aries, or the sun is in Aries. Right? That's their time. Again, the Emperor represents the signs of Aries and Scorpio. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. So this can be about dealing with some sort of large corporation or government agency, something that we have going on. It could be about paying your taxes. You got some sort of IRS situation. April is when we pay taxes in the United States. I wouldn't be surprised if they got extended again this year, though. Applying maybe for some sort of aid could be happening, or the government maybe voluntarily giving out some aid. Could be connected to the shots and stuff. Again, large corporation, government agency. But on a more personal note, this can be about us as an authority ourselves, like taking on a position that is supervisory, or some sort of boss or managerial position. Can be about us as a parent, maybe particularly a father. Could be about our own father, and we're the child in the scenario. It's often, for me, a married man, a divorcee, a widower, a man with children. So one of those could be significant to us this time. And then we have the Hangman here too. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. Now, the Hangman, in terms of love, this is our love card. It represents, again, the energy of Pisces, and is about letting go of something. Not necessarily someone, not necessarily your relationship, but maybe an aspect of your relationship. Maybe your idea of what a relationship is supposed to be. It's too specific. It's like, when you rub the lamp and the genie comes out and you make a wish and they give it and you're like, that's not what I wanted. And like, well, that's what you said, but that's not what you had in mind. This is like, we can do that with the universe sometimes. We like over specify what we want and we box the universe in where it can't give us what we need, basically, or what we're meant to have. So this can be about letting go of some of those ideals and structures and obstacles that we put in front of ourselves in terms of manifestation. It can be about letting go of a whole relationship. This will be something that you'll have to think about on your own, or looking at a situation in a different way so that maybe you can decide how you feel about it. And this could be you taking back control of your life. You're not going to allow somebody else to sort of direct you or manipulate you, but you're willing to do an assessment and then make your own determination with the energy of the Emperor. May. So some of us will be celebrating a birthday. Isn't that perfect? How the Lovers showed up in Gemini birthday month. Lovers really represents the sign of Gemini, like super directly in the tarot. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. So this isn't our general placement. So it could be about decisions. And when it is about decisions, the Lovers, for me, it's like heart versus head decisions. So we're super in our heads, right? We're all about the logic and, like our ruler, Mercury, thinking things through. For me, things have to make sense in order for me to be able to like do them or participate. Like if it doesn't make sense, I have a saying, like if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. And I've rubbed off on other people where they say it too now and they believe it. It doesn't make sense, it's not true. If I can't think it through and have it, be clear and make sense, then I don't fool with it, typically. But this is guiding us to not necessarily require something to make sense, but what does your heart say? What does your soul say? And again, following those instincts. And look what it's attached to, another moon. So especially where this Lovers is relating to your relationships, to your love life, You're definitely going to have to follow your heart and your instincts and what is it telling you to do. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. If there's fear, especially holding you back from a particular relationship, definitely drop that. I'll pull another card for clarity for this one. And let's see, right there's the Queen. She's upright. So not this one, but this one, clarifying the moon or the lovers in the moon. And it's our energy again. The Queen of Swords. She is experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. All of your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, to clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and to disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. The Queen of Swords is you, Gemini, as well as the energy of that of Libra and Aquarius. The next card is also upright, so I'll be greedy and pull another one. And this is us being successful, right? This is so whatever and it's another 6. We have Major Arcana card 6, and now we have the 6 of Wands. Whatever you decide, it seems like you're going to make the right decision. You are going to follow your heart, and you will be successful. You may receive a promotion. Okay, could be following this energy from April with the Emperor, like a boss. Could be following that. You may have to make a decision. You're going to take this new job or you're not. What are you going to do? Promotion, be chosen for a scholarship, or find out that you're singled out for some sort of recognition. Or you're chosen in terms of your love life. Somebody wants you. You've done an amazing job, and you deserve all of the attention. June, when the rest of us will be having our birthdays. General energy. Major Arcana card 21, the world. Something coming to a complete and utter end, never to exist in the same way again. A job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path toward enlightenment. Universe easing us out of one situation and into one that is better fitting for us. Could be that job or relationship. Out of that one, we've chosen to do it. We're successful into something new. And our love life, Major Arcana card 17, the Star. So something we've prayed for, wished for, dreamt about is coming to pass in our love life. Something or someone. Maybe an actual, an Aquarius. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. This is also a card of communication, online dating, Skype, all of these sorts of things. July, general energy. Major Arcana card 0. Didn't this say like we're starting a new adventure? We're taking a leap of faith towards something. And then right after that, the Fool. How perfect is that? You are starting a new adventure. Yes, run free and take a leap of faith. And love life, boom. Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. This Fool with this Wheel of Fortune and the positive placement and in our love placement here could be anything. Starting a new committed relationship, moving in together, making some sort of progress in your love life that is very, very positive. Getting engaged, getting married, whatever that next positive step is for you. August, general energy. Major Arcana card 5, the Hierophant, which is also our overall energy, I'll remind you. And guess what's behind this Major Arcana card 5? Wait, I have to put this down to show you. Major Arcana card 5 and the Dreamer. Major Arcana card 5 and the Dreamer. Back to back again. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, to find a new teacher, or to spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. The Hierophant most directly represents the sign of Taurus, and it's about all those things that we talked about, as well as what I've talked about before. Again, making adjustments to the people, places, and things with which we surround ourselves, and looking for something that fits better, or from which we can learn something. This too can have to do with higher institutions, large corporations, government agencies, usually from a positive standpoint. Again, maybe going back to school or something. August would be a time maybe that we're going back to college. It's also a card of engagement and marriage. So it's contracts up to and including things like marriage. And in our love life, boom, Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers again, but in the placement of love. It's true and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. And again, this could definitely be like getting engaged or getting married or something. If you're not just meeting somebody. For some of us, we could just be meeting someone in August. September, general energy. Ooh, the Tower. Important changes are coming to your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions that you know are right for you. So for me, the Tower isn't, necessarily a negative card. Sometimes it's a positive card. It can be about having a revelation, like, oh, I get it now. It can be about something having to do with an actual tower, a structure, so a building, a home, maybe moving, all these types of things. I'm going to pull an extra card to see if we can figure out what it is attached to. But for our love and relationship with this card is Major Arcana card 15, the Devil. Again, we had the Devil up here in our love and relationship. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things and negative or fear-based thoughts. So cold feet or something. Let's pull another card. So again, here we have the Queen of Wands upright, turning the cards around, clarifying the Devil, the Tower. Ace of Pentacles. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. The Ace of Pentacles on its own in love, particularly if we're committed in a committed relationship already, tends to mean that it's going to like rise to new heights like really, really soon. So that could be what's making us afraid. Maybe again, we're afraid of getting married, afraid of moving to the next step, moving in together maybe with the Tower. Again, that can be about a home. It can be about reconnecting with someone or reconnecting in your current relationship. Maybe there had been some sort of separation or fallout. That may be what the Devil represents. And then this is, again, getting tighter, growing closer together. And if we're just single and we're looking, very positive time to meet somebody. So that can be like what sort of takes us by storm in terms of the Tower and the Devil, or we're facing our fears that can be represented by the Tower, by the Devil rather, and getting out of the house and getting, to some place where we can meet some people, and then there's all this love, as long as we are ready to be open to it and think positive. Now the Devil and Tower combination can mean, like, you can run the gambit basically. It can be the extremes. This is maybe where the duality is coming back into play, because it can be about a time of truth and facing, truth in our situations which is interesting because I pulled the Ace here and where the other Devil is, and I said that has to do with truth. So that's one thing. Coming to some sort of understanding. Can be about a period of fear and trying to hide, again, so like cold feet or something. Or it can be about a time of triumph and success and glory, actually. And that may be why it was clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So I don't want anybody to get afraid about these cards. I think it's positive. October, general energy. Major Arcana card 13, release or death. So something ending or transitioning into a new phase, a new stage, coming off of this. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. This can also be talking about some sort of time frame, right? Because this was September. This is October. October 23rd, the sun begins Scorpio season. So Major Arcana card 13, Death, represents the sign of Scorpio. It can be tied to that too. And for our love, it's another High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Have patience and consider carefully what you want before acting. So again, High Priestess, just very attractive and strong and wise, and like she's all that basically. And as long as you pay attention to your intuition and that guidance that you're getting from being in that very spiritual energy, being that feminine, strong being, sexy, just glorious, everything, all about you, and thinking things through, making your decisions, moving in silence, you can really take advantage of this energy. November, general energy. Major Arcana card 7, the Chariot. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So this is another card of victory. It could be attached to this tower, perhaps. Again, this is move in with me. I'm afraid. No, go ahead. And then this is death, right? Leave your apartment behind. This is you deciding to do it as the High Priestess. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. And then here it is. Or taking on a new job, a new career. Again, there's a fear. But yes, all right. So old one's left behind, or our old joblessness is left behind, or whatever the case is. And then we move on, and then boom, victory. This can also have something to do with travel, movement, moving, both metaphorical and literal, where it's not about victory. And it's most directly tied to the energy of Cancer, the sign of Cancer. That may be playing a role here too somehow. I don't know. I was getting something else. I lost it. But the Chariot, a very positive card. Again, victory, planes, trains, automobiles, movement, moving, literal and metaphoric, and success. And our love and relationship, boom! It's the Tower again. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It is time to spread your wings. I'm going to pull another card. Should I pull another card for... Oh, I did one for this already. I'll pull another card for this. So, again, here's the cards upright. Next card is in reverse. I don't want that one. 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 Oh, you get the idea. We're going with this one. It's another Ace of Pentacles. Boom. You saw it. Okay? You saw it in front of you. So it happened here and it happened here. Some decision, some success, some movement, some move that we're deciding to make, direction we're deciding to go in, it is quite profitable. Whether that is in terms of finances, the material, combinations of those, or love and relationship, it is good. It is abundant. And then last, how does our year end? Hope still on this same high note. Major Arcana card 8, Justice, for our general energy, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So this is things going our way, including legal situations that we may be dealing with. And boom. Love and relationship, the Magician. So again, we're back in our own element with the ability to bring anyone, anything, like the type of relationship in a general sense. Again, not being overly specific, that we want toward us, continuing to bring this abundance toward ourselves. There's magic in the air, and you can manifest everything you need to be successful, possibly with a fellow air sign. The Magician represents the sign of Gemini, and Major Arcana card Justice represents the sign of Libra most directly. Hope you guys have enjoyed our yearly forecasts. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the above. And when you're subscribing, hit both the subscribe button and the bell button in hopes that you can receive your notifications when I put up new videos. If you comment, I try to respond to every single comment that I get. So look forward to hearing from me back. Namaste, Gemini.